let me start by asking you, what is the craziest thing you have ever done or would like to do? So I've done a few crazy things, such as leaving a long corporate career at Deloitte to start a charity called Help Change Lives, patting a cheetah, and giving up caffeine last year. You can let me know which of these was the craziest. It is my great pleasure to talk to you all this evening about my journey leading up to starting Help Change Lives, a charity whose aim is to relieve poverty through love and compassion, the work we do, the impact we have made, and how you can get involved. The story begins in Nairobi, Kenya, where I grew up in a household with very strong Jain values. My family followed the teachings of Srimad Rajchandra, himself a follower of Bhagwan Mahavir. 3 key Jain values, ahimsa, non-violence, maitri, friendship towards all souls, and anukampa, compassion, were ingrained in me from childhood by my parents and by my Jain primary school. Jainism to me is a beautiful way of living, and I'm so grateful to have been exposed to these values. They have strongly shaped my personality and core beliefs, and ultimately led me to impact thousands of people through Help Change Lives. Growing up in Kenya, I could see the poverty all around me, and it was heartbreaking. I really wanted to help, but as with most people, I just didn't know how. I gave change to people begging on the street, did some charity collections, and donated money. However, like with most, my focus was on my career and my family. I studied in the UK, and as Mehul said, I got degrees in law and investment management and became a chartered accountant and chartered tax advisor. I worked for many years as a corporate tax advisor at Deloitte London in one of the best energy and resources tax teams in Europe. I got married and had 2 beautiful girls along the way, but all along I felt something was missing. Nothing I was doing at work felt very fulfilling. Then in August 2017, everything changed through one act of kindness. I donated a larger sum, £150 or 20,000 Kenyan shillings, to a Kenyan pastor to help a poor widow with 9 starving grandchildren dressed in rags. I wasn't expecting much from him, but he sent me a full report, receipts, and photos of how the money had been spent and the impact it had made. The transformation in the grandmother's face from total despair to hope and a smile was truly amazing and wonderful. It made me realize that it takes a bit of love and compassion, someone trustworthy on the ground, and more than a bit of loose change to really make an impact. And I was hooked. By the end of the year, I was supporting 5 families in Western Kenya through the pastor. My husband and I went to visit them all in December 2017, and we were shocked at the level of poverty we saw there, despite having grown up in Nairobi. I realized I didn't want to be in the competitive corporate world anymore, but wanted to spend my time helping people like these. I left Deloitte in May 2019 to start Help Change Lives. I am very lucky to have a supportive husband who is earning enough for me to volunteer all my time free of charge to the charity, and also to fund the charity as we started. This was 6 years ago, and it is amazing what has happened since then. We now employ 2 committed social workers and have more than 20 volunteers on the ground in Kenya, mainly teachers. During this time, we have had an impact on 4 key areas: period poverty, education, medical treatment, and family support. This is what we have achieved. The first is period poverty. Period poverty is a lack of access to sanitary products, which leads girls to miss up to 6 weeks of school a year. This makes them fall behind and often drop out. After dropping out, many often get pregnant. They have no education to find good work, and the cycle repeats with their children. More than 2/3 of females in Kenya are affected by period poverty, and many use mattresses, rags, or engage in transactional sex to get pads, which is simply shocking. I have 2 daughters, and this deeply affected me. We have now helped change this story for more than 15,000 girls by giving them reusable pad kits that last for up to 5 years and are biodegradable. The second is education. The power of education is transformative, and we are helping in a number of ways. We are sponsoring more than 1,000 students in secondary school, most are in boarding. Some students have literally turned up to school with nothing but a dream and a desperate hope. Our sponsorship is essential to help uplift and empower children and reduce inequality in society. These children are often the first in their family to go to secondary school, have no light or extra books at home, their parents can't help them study, and they often have to help with work at home and to earn money. Despite this, some of them are still scoring straight A's, showing how intelligent they are. In addition, we have started many revision book libraries for secondary schools. Revision books can definitely change the future of many of these children who are underperforming due to lack of resources at home and help put them on an equal footing with their classmates. It also helps boost the performance of underperforming schools. We have refurbished 2 schools in Nairobi slums, totally transforming them and the learning environment for 2,000 children attending every year. And we are feeding 1,600 children in Kenya every school day with a nutritious and filling vegan school lunch to enable them to focus on their studies. We also support many special needs children, including many in boarding. They are so sweet and loving, and their guardians go through so much to look after them. Yet, I met a mother during a recent trip to Kenya who refused our offer of putting her daughter with cerebral palsy into boarding as the mother was ill, saying she will miss her too much. That is the power of love. We support many students at vocational training and at university in Kenya. We have students studying subjects such as law, computer science, engineering, and medicine and surgery. One of our medical students recently got a scholarship to Johns Hopkins University in the USA, a very proud moment for us, and all because we cleared his high school fee arrears and helped him join university. We are so excited at what the future holds for these students and those that they will lift up. The third is medical treatment. Medical treatment and medication is unaffordable to the very poor in Kenya, including for the most basic of things, such as treating infections or having an eye test. We are helping a very large number of people in areas such as cancer treatment, surgical operations, physiotherapy, kidney problems, diabetes, and mental illness. We have helped save many lives and transformed others through the gift of help. The fourth is family support. In our family support program, we are helping more than 200 families all over Kenya with food, toilets, housing, bedding, education, small business support, and farming. When families become independent of us, we add on more. We train our families in permaculture to farm better and become independent of us for food support. This year, we extended our training to schools so that they can grow their own food and the pupils can take the learning back home to grow more food at home. We also love collaborating with other charities. We are helping street children in Uganda through Salve International, working with Sri Raj Sabag Ashram in India to help special needs children and an eye hospital, and we're feeding school children in different African countries through Mary's Meals, which we have now replaced with our own Kenyan feeding programs. I also volunteer with Shishkunj London. We are a very small but high-impact charity with a lean decision-making structure that is nimble and responsive, and we get things done fast. 100% of all donations go to our projects, with nothing going towards admin or fundraising costs, as the trustees cover these in full. All our work is done with the Jain values of love, compassion, honesty, integrity, and ahimsa. The work also has its challenges. As more people in Kenya come to know about us, their asks for help keep increasing, and the need for funds increases as well. And also the need for good, committed volunteers who can donate their time on a regular basis so that we can support more people. The work-life balance of a small charity CEO is not the best, as the need never stops. The pleas for help are heartbreaking and constant, and mentally, it's a challenge to deal with. But what keeps me going, even after 6 years, is the stories of all the people whose lives we have helped change for the better, and the ripple effects this will create for their families and communities. I go to Kenya every year to visit the families we're helping, the schools we have students in, and the projects we are doing. It is incredibly fulfilling and rewarding. I am so lucky that 6 years ago I did a really crazy thing, and as a result, I'm now doing something I'm truly passionate about. And I'm very grateful to the values that helped shape me and the charity into what it is today. I hope you can join me in this journey to help change more lives together. Remember, all it takes is a bit of love and compassion, which are universal values, to help change lives. And I hope you also do your really crazy thing and don't let anything hold you back from achieving your dreams. Thank you all so much.